So in our last video, we talked about how to train your dog to sit. Having a good sit is very important in water work. But this next skill is probably the most important skill for success in the water. And it's easy to train. Hi, I'm John Brock, and this is the Underachiever's Guide to PWD Water Training, where the joy is in the journey. In my humble little underachieving opinion, the most important skill your dog needs to master is stay. You will use the stay command at every water level from apprentice all the way up to master. In apprentice, you need a good stay in exercises like the dummy and line retrieves from shore. In working, stay is critically important in the retrieve dummy between two boats exercise. And in the first master level exercise, double directed between two boats, your dog needs to have a solid stay. Stay is also important if you have a high drive dog who wants to jump before you're ready to send her. Now, if you've watched my previous video, you should be making progress on your sit command. By adding stay, you take your training to the next level. But how do you train your dog to stay? Well, it's not rocket science, but it does take some patience, consistency, and a lot of treats. This is how we do it at the Underachiever Academy. Notice that I have Ace on a platform. I think this move helps him focus. When he jumps onto the platform, he knows it's time to work. Now I work in very short distances and keep close eye contact with Ace. He's looking right at me and I'm 100% focused on him. I keep my commands consistent. Also notice I'm showing him the flat of my hand, which is my signal for stay. By taking small steps backward, I build distance, but not too much distance. Go slow with this. Take a step back and then a step forward to treat. Now try 2 steps back and then move forward to treat. Now I'll add a little more distance. This is where dogs with separation anxiety need additional support. I'll start where we ended a few minutes ago and work slowly and consistently to build distance, never breaking eye contact with Ace. Ace and I train for about 3 minutes, and then we're done. Now it's Girl Scout's turn. It's important for you to connect with your dog and to recognize that each dog will need their own training style. Okay, so Scout breaks her stay. It's 100% no big deal. If your dog breaks his stay, don't worry about it, don't freak out. He's just telling you that this is too far, too much, or too fast. Let's go back and rebuild the skill. Scout and I go shorter again, then rebuild to a longer distance. By breaking her stay, Scout told me I was moving too fast for her. She gave us an opportunity to learn and grow together as a team. Thank you, Girl Scout.
Good girl, Scout. Good girl.
So that's Ace and Scout indoors. Now, let's take it outdoors and see what happens.
Stay.
Okay, we have the stay command mastered in a small indoor location. Going outdoors adds complexity to any skill. We move to a tennis court where we have fences and consistent, solid footing. We really just continue with eye contact, consistent commands, and slowly building distance. Please notice how quiet the training is. I can't stand to see handlers yelling at their dogs. It accomplishes nothing and takes all of the fun out of the journey. There is no yelling here, and we want to reduce the excitement. We aren't playing, we're working. We focus on using consistent commands, and we try very hard to never use the word no. This is not a very exciting video, but things get really exciting when your dog holds a solid stay and successfully completes a water exercise. That is the payoff for this type of foundation training.
Good dog. Good.
So now you have sit and stay. Remember to keep your training sessions short, lively, and fun. Don't overtrain your dog, and don't push your dog. Try to connect with your dog and learn what works and what doesn't. He'll tell you if you'll just listen to him. In our next video, we are going to discuss the command come, which is another important obedience skill for water work. Until then, enjoy your time with your dog. And remember, the joy is in the journey.